Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's the breaking news. Yes, across America, families are watching the TV dish as negotiators in Washington work behind closed doors to try to strike a deal to raise the nation's debt ceiling and cut federal spending. Congressional Republicans are insisting that budget cuts should be part of an agreement to raise the nation's borrowing limit and are pushing for tougher work requirements for federal benefits such as food stamps. For the millions of Americans who rely on government assistance to put food on the table or pay their bills, the decisions made in those debt-ceiling talks could have a real-life consequences. At the end of the day, the vulnerable folks are always the ones that pay the cost, said Jennifer Walls of Community Change, a social justice organization that advocates on behalf of low-income people. Here's what Americans say they had liked to see happen and fear most in the debt-ceiling debate. The life Hazel Willow is living is not the one she had imagined for herself or her son. A single mother and survivor of gender-based violence, her life started out with such promise. She went to college in Canada, taught English overseas, worked in childcare on a military installation in Kansas, and eventually landed a $75,000 a year sales job with a tech company in Boston. But all of that unraveled 2 years ago when she ended up in a shelter. Since then, she has been unable to find steady housing for herself for her 4-year-old. The trauma she carries from her abusive relationship makes it impossible for her to hold down a job. I lived my worst nightmare, she said. Willow, who lives in Maine, relies on the 497 pounds she gets a month through a temporary assistance for needy families, a government welfare program to make ends meet. Republicans in Congress are demanding that tighter work requirements be enacted for Americans to continue qualifying for such cash benefits. President Joe Biden has suggested he is open to such restriction. Willow, 36, says those kinds of requirements are dehumanizing and dangerous because they could strip many Americans of services they need to survive. Without the money she gets from Tani and also the call Tam, she would be unable to feed her son, she said. I understand things are happening at a higher level, Willow said of the political debate in Washington, but they have real world implication. It is fire that they are playing with, and that is not fire that will burn them. She said, the fire will burn my child. Queen Jackson was driving down busy Highway 4 in Northern California when she noticed something was wrong. She could not take her foot off the gas pedal, it would not move. A doctor diagnosed the problem. She had developed fibromyalgia, a debilitating illness that causes acute muscular pain and severely limits mobility. Be prepared to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair, he wanted. Beyond the report, Glory Globe TV.